Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
Perez. Drescher. On the gate.
Welcome to On the Gate podcast. Derek Drescher, Geo Perez. We're back up in this motherfucking bitch.
Yeah,
oh,
bro.
goddamn, this shit is loud as fuck.
Last week. Well, not technically off, but we was off.
Yeah.
We didn't come in, but we had an episode.
I needed the time anyway. I needed the time. I'm sick of this shit. I'm forced to do a podcast. A lot of people don't tell you that. You fucking get involved in comedy, you have to do a podcast. It's fucking ridiculous.
Well, you're also just internally bleeding.
Oh, by the way, we always start off on a positive note.
Yeah.
When we start the
Yeah,
podcast.
shout out all the Gators. Shout out to everyone who supports the pod. We hope you had a good Thanksgiving. If you're in Canada, I don't know what you guys do. And if you're foreign and you listen, stop that shit. Come to America. But legally.
Like my family came.
Yeah.
Now my mom's a citizen.
Yep, look at that.
My father can't be a citizen.
A Spaniard.
Not for
He
long.
caught a Fed charge.
Yeah.
It's an
Nah, she
interesting
stays.
setup.
She's
I
not
feel
going.
like I've been pulled into the principal's office. It's got that vibe. Two of you at the desk.
why are you guys
and
at
the
a
space.
desk?
Yeah.
Because
so
this
close.
is
This
we're
is what it
professionals.
is.
We're
They're
professionals.
hiding
This
their
is-
boners.
This
That's
is a
why.
professional
Yeah, I
pod. Dude,
Because-
boner, my dick is like backwards right now
Really?
from this fucking weather. Yeah, dude.
Oh,
I was Googling today, can you develop a micro penis over time? That's what I
Yeah, I heard that
Wow.
as you get older, it shrinks.
It's
like
true.
people shrink too.
It's fucking
Really?
yeah.
Well, you're also
you
on like
lose- you lose
peptides.
height.
Your dick's like going inside.
no,
Wait,
but
well,
peptides.
Peptides will shrink your dick. I just ordered peptides.
No,
I can't
don't-
have any smaller of a dick.
Don't listen to this kid. No, some peptides will.
Well,
No-
fix it. Mine's been getting bendy.
Nothing can make
Bendy.
It
your.
bends the other way now.
Yeah, it used to.
It's just
it
not
used to
hard.
go up
He's like,
and-
why is it squishy?
I think nothing can really make your dick bigger unless there was. I know that they could do surgeries and shit, but naturally there's nothing you can do unless you get more blood flow down there somehow and stretch it out to
What,
the
like
max.
running?
I think just being healthy, eating properly, low carbs.
Someone told me
cardio.
if you jerk off enough and you keep stretching on it, it will happen. And I've committed myself.
Just stretching it
Yeah,
out.
someone told me that.
Kneading it?
Someone told me that when I was 13. I wasn't into jerking off. They're like, that's how you get a bigger dick. They're like, you just had to keep tugging on it.
Who told you that? Your fucking older cousin?
Yeah, it was someone in the family. It was a relative. We've been.
And then they were like, and you got to do it in front of me too. It'll make,
Yeah, I ate my
it'll make it
uncles.
get bigger. Can somebody help this animal fix his fucking his thing? I can't concentrate.
Well, just because he's Dominican doesn't mean you gotta be throwing out words like that.
I'm just saying, I
Whoa.
can't concentrate on podcasting if I got this Dominican crawling around on the floor.
They're lying. All the equipment works, and I'm watching him try and steal the equipment. I'm watching.
He's not
it
even
in
using
front
one
of
that's
me.
turned on.
I'm just watching him put.
There's no light on it.
He has
If
a
it-
screwdriver
He's
on
just-
him, and he's pulling
Yeah, he's
parts
just
of the
stealing
board
the
out.
copper from it. Yeah. Just see you putting screws in your pockets.
The listeners can't hear Geo right now. They can't
Oh.
hear, so they don't even know.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, what we're laughing about.
Yeah.
Geo.
I guess
Where's the on button for this?
we are starting off on a positive note.
Yeah.
Gio's not.
This is a. Can you walk away? Can you step away from your desk, Jorge? He's coming.
What if you just beat the
Can
shit
you
out
not?
of Gio?
Can you not hear it?
I can't hear shit.
So who cares? We can hear each other. Don't.
Because it's hard. I have hard hearing, so I can't.
This motherfucker right
Oh
here,
my
bro.
God.
This is.
Can you not hear? But it's just hard to hear, even with the mics off when I'm talking. I mean, did you turn it up? It's not on.
All right, let's just start from the top.
No,
again. I mean,
no. We're gonna keep it going,
I was spitting
ladies
out
and gentlemen.
fire.
Motherfucking Jorge is up in the
hold
building.
on. Stay right there. I need to make sure the.
Well, like he's.
There we go.
Oh.
All right, we're good.
All right, so like I was saying,
So wait,
my
there's no.
dick bends.
Is there an on button on that thing?
No, it was my dumbass. It was unplugged.
That's so funny. Dude.
And you drove all the way here today.
Do you still not hear?
Yeah, I was.
You drove all the way here today without running into anything.
I don't get what you're going with. I don't know where you're going with that.
I'm just saying you didn't know how to turn that on, but you drove all the way here today. That's what I was trying to get at.
Oh, it's not like I drive like a Tesla. Make it seem like I have
This
a complicated
motherfucker.
car. I have a Prius from like 2001.
Listen, it
that's
wouldn't be on the gate if it wasn't awkward as fuck. But let's plow through it, baby.
This isn't awkward.
No.
No, it's not.
Not
Well,
at all.
I blame Jorge for not having the equipment all set up right.
But at least
I'm a white
Napoleon, you try.
He was enthusiastic and he hopped right on it.
He
Yeah,
did.
that's
He did.
that's what's even better. He was like, "This is great. Let me let him sit there and struggle and look for an on button."
I know. I wish you could have had the camera on him. That would have been hilarious. That would have been funny. But yeah, penises, they don't grow. That's it.
Peptide steroids make dick smaller and it gives you titties.
No, I heard it's your nuts. I heard it doesn't make your dick, your shaft. It doesn't fuck with your shaft. It shrinks your balls.
And if you get to a certain age, you'd rather have the nuts be tight because they're gonna get all flabby on you. So you kind of want to pull them back in.
Gravity.
That just makes sense.
Gravity is your enemy.
I don't watch. I wouldn't do steroids because of that movie Fight Club with the fat guy that was like a bitch. Where, like the main.
That's Meatloaf.
Was that
That
Meatloaf?
that was him.
The singer.
The singer, that's Meatloaf.
Shit.
Yeah.
I believe his name was Robert Polson.
Yeah. His name was Robert Paulson.
If you would have said Robert Paulson, I'm like, who the fuck is that?
You look like you could be in Fight Club Part 2, straight to DVD release. You would play.
Oh, who would I be?
You'd be Tyler Durden.
I would just be one of the dorks that comes in and is like, "What's this?"
Yeah, because you got like
I didn't tell people from work. I swear.
Yeah, the Chinese knockoff Brad Pitt.
Or Edward Norton's character. That was.
I like this. You as Edward Norton, him as Brad Pitt.
We're the same.
His other consciousness is a Dominican from Long Island.
Fight Club Part Deuce.
Everybody's wondering why he keeps saying the N word.
Part
And they
Part
just
dose.
realize it's like, oh, he was a Dominican the whole time.
Yeah, Napoleon is my other the guy I think I am.
Napoleon would be.
He's my Brad Pitt.
He would be Jamal Paulson. He would be Robert Paulson's long lost cousin.
Oh, I thought that was an actual person.
No, dude. Because he's big.
Can I be the guy who just stands outside and goes, "Can I come in already?
Yeah.
It's kind of cold. It's like 20 minutes.
That was Jared Leto. You know that?
When do I get to join your club?"
I haven't seen that movie in a while. I've been boxing a little bit though.
Where are you
Nice.
boxing at?
I went to a class at Gleason's.
Go get out of here in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's in Brooklyn by the bridge.
Yeah, I didn't spar or anything, but dude, I was so tired.
Who was teaching the class? Was it a woman or a man?
A woman. It was Heather. Hardy.
Heather. I know Heather.
Yeah, she
know her
was.
well.
She was like, "What are you, a bitch?" And I was like, "Oh, jeez."
That's the problem. Women make it so much worse when they're tough and they just treat you like a bitch.
I mean, she's from Gravesend, South Brooklyn, which is like, it's rough.
I
Like
still
MSG.
would have beat her ass right after.
the white people.
First day in the gym, I'm like, let's get in the sparring ring. Get in here, bitch.
The white people that come from there are a different breed of white people. They're tough. But I used to go to a lot of her fights actually.
Well, yeah, didn't she fight at like MSG and?
Yeah. I was at that fight. at Madison Square Garden.
Really?
Yeah, I used to.
How'd you sneak in?
Heather used to.
Wait, how old is this bitch? What is she like?
She's like 40.
69?
No, she's like 40. She
It was 19.
She used to come. She used to come to combat when she fought at Madison Square Garden.
Derek went when they were fighting like this still.
Yeah, the Irishman.
Yeah.
She had the combat on her sports bra. It said it on her sports bra when she fought that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is con body?
That's the gym. One of my jobs. It's a gym that only hires.
Oh,
you
great.
if
Now
you're-
we're doing ads.
They only hire confidential informants and
Police.
Does it get prison yardy where you're like, "Hey, I'd like to use the bench press," and then you got to stare at the guy and be like, "Well, you're gonna have to fight me for this bench press."
Yeah, what happens a lot.
And then you shank them in the shower. It's the full experience.
Like some people who come out of jail are they're not rehabilitated. Jail or prison, whatever you want to call it. I've been having this thing with people who are like, yeah, I've only been to jail. I'm like, you know where everybody in prison comes from?
What do you mean?
They come from jail.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody in prison comes from jail. That's the pipeline, right? But anyway.
And everyone in jail comes from society.
Yes. Society,
And everybody,
jail, prison.
society comes from.
And then it goes right back around.
if you had to pick between a week, if you had to pick a weekend
I was
in
gonna say
jail or
black people.
prison,
yeah.
what's better for a weekend?
I mean, yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, is jail worse than prison, or it all depends on?
For if you're doing weekends, like if you were going to report to a prison, it would be better because there's more movement.
Yeah.
Jail, if weekends in jail, you're like in a dorm, fucking listen to some dude who slapped his wife fart all night. You know what I mean?
Does he have good farts?
Oh, they're horrendous.
I bet that bitch was complaining about it, and that's why he had to hit her.
It's a high fiber diet in jail, bro. It's the shit they feed us in there. Bro, you ever when you get home, do you take like a weird, massive shit?
I
like
take
when
it
you're
would
just
it would be
dumping out?
it would be
It's the
green.
worst smell ever.
I used to
Why?
take-
Because you're like
Ever.
eating different food, and your
Okay,
body's
yeah.
like, what the fuck?
It's all
I mean,
fat
this
and
isn't
starch.
Carlos.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, it's still healthier than the way I eat out here, which is crazy.
That first time having to use the prison toilet in front of other dudes, that's got to be the biggest mind fuck.
Nah, you're not really in front of people.
If
though.
you gotta go,
Okay.
you gotta go.
You kind of
man.
covered up. You know, it's like if you're in a big open dorm, usually they have like a bunch of toilets side by side
And like a
with like
thing in front of it.
no, the one I was at, they just had things on the side. So we made makeshift curtains that covered us, but you could just still somebody's head popping
You hang
out
your
of the
towel
stall
that you
just
dry
sitting there.
yourself off with in front of you while you shit and spray fecal matter all over it, and then you hop in the shower and then
Nice.
dry yourself off.
There was one dude. It was like late night, and he was beating off. Like I go into the bathroom. It's late night.
He's like,
Wait, a guy in prison was beating off?
It's in jail.
No.
This is county jail. So he's in one of those stalls, and I hear.
Why didn't he just have sex with a woman?
I mean, because I was already having sex with somebody else, so I was busy.
Okay.
I'll be right back. I have to.
You have to take a
I have
shit.
to shit.
He got to go
Oh
jerk
my
off.
God.
He's about to go beat off right now.
You gotta.
Yo, so I'm walking by the bathroom, and then I look down, like the guy's head is down. And I'm like, it happens sometimes. You lean forward. But when I see a porn mag on the floor, and his legs just shaking under, and then you hear like him going to town. And this guy never talked to anybody. He was like, I don't know why he wasn't in the mental observation dorm. Because, like, this guy would, like, barely shower. He barely ate. And the shit he ate was, like, fucking weird. Like, he'll just give, like, he'll trade his whole tray and be like, yo, just give me your peanut butter and jelly packets. The weirdest person ever. And this guy, like, while people are still awake, it's not even, like, 4 in the morning when is the best time to go jerk off in the bathroom.
That makes sense.
Everybody's sleeping.
That checks out.
This is, like, 10:30. And the guy's just going crazy.
Wow.
It's traumatizing, bro.
Well, he was probably like retarded. Like a.
But I don't think he was
Probably like some-
retarded enough to be put, like, if you're, like, you get, like, you see a psychiatrist before you go in.
Is it good to pretend like you're super retarded? Do they get nicer jail?
No.
They
Because
get
you're
worse
locked
jail.
in most of the day.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's just like being in protective custody. So you don't want to be in there. You don't want to be in the medical dorm because all that shit is like you come out for maybe 3 hours a day.
I wish I had that confidence though to just not care. And
About
just do
what?
it at 10 p.m. You know?
Yeah, that is kind of, I don't know. I get stage fright.
Because it's like, what are we gonna do to him? Nothing. I mean, what are we can't film him and then post it and ruin and get him fired. You
Like,
know?
I can't even piss at a urinal when somebody's standing next to me.
Yeah, I know, me
Really?
too.
You get that shy?
Sometimes. Unless I'm drunk, then I'll bomb away. But sometimes I remember one time it was one of those bathrooms. It was like a line of guys, no dividers. And I just walked out. And I was holding my piss.
What'd
and
you
I was
do?
just holding it. I'm just holding it there. I'm just looking at my dick like, hurry the fuck up. And there's people waiting. So I'm just like, I flushed the toilet, acted like I pissed and walked away.
Damn.
Dude, it was so weird. It hasn't happened in a while, but there was a period of time where it was hard for me to piss around people. I don't know what the fuck happened.
You didn't just ask the guy next to you to rub your butt? Like just that,
Finger my ass
that's
real
what gets
quick.
it going.
Like, can you rub my
it
prostate
releases it.
real quick?
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, shit, man, I'm getting a little piss shy. You mind breaking the tension for me?
Do you mind kissing my neck real quick? So I'm a little tense right now. Just kiss me on the neck. Right by
Please.
the ear. Kiss me on my neck.
I hate hearing about other people's neuroses because sometimes I feel like I have a superpower. I'll absorb it. Where I've never had that in my whole life.
You know,
But then, like, I'll be like, why would someone have that problem? And then I'll start having that problem.
Yeah. I've never been able to poop when anyone's in the room. Like even in a stall, like I can't even push a fart out.
Yeah,
when
I
it's
get
like,
I get more shy about that. Like sometimes it's just explosive and it's over.
Yeah.
But then other times, like you kind of feel like you have to go, but you're not like in a good environment for it. And you're like, I just can't.
Yeah. Have you ever like gone and you sat down and waited for somebody to get out to just let it rip? Like you'll hold it in a little bit. and
Of
you'll be like,
course,
"Oh,
that's
wait."
all I do. It's
Really?
like I have to, and if they don't get out, then I just hold in the worst feeling.
Dude, I guess like jail kind of changed it for me because like shitting, I really don't have a problem. Ever since like I had to do that open dorm thing where I didn't have my own toilet in the cell. That's when I was just like, I don't give a fuck. Like I'll shit with the door open. I piss with the door open. Like I'll go to people's houses and like I'll have my dick out and realize I was like, oh shit, I didn't fucking close the door because I'm just used to walking in the cell and just pissing with my back turned. So I never pissed.
That's how you
facing
ended
the
up in
toilet.
jail.
So I'm
'Cause they were
sure the
kids.
listeners of this podcast have heard it a million times. But can I get the short on what you were in jail for and how long you were there?
I was in and out from 16 to 29. So it was drugs. I threw a snowball at somebody. Got a.
You can get jail for a fucking
in Long
snowball.
Island. In Long Island. My record, and it broke glass, and the glass cut the guy. So they lied and said I hit him with something else. But they had the picture of the snowball as evidence. It was on a plate with a ruler under it to show you how big it was.
It was probably longer too, because when it hits something, it like spreads out.
Why?
Oh,
If it had been
probably
under a certain size, then it wouldn't have been considered assault.
No, it wasn't even. It's a violent felon. I
To
have
throw a
violent felon.
snowball in Long Island.
Well, no, because they said I hit him with a block of ice. So they were very vague on what it was.
Right.
But the judge himself was like, so basically a snowball. But he still gave me a fucking year for it. He still gave me a year, yeah.
What was your priors that he was giving you a year for a snowball?
Drug charges, drug sales, a couple drug sales, a couple drug possessions. I had another weapons charge. I had a gun charge.
Were you trying to assault somebody with the snowball, or it
Yeah, I
was
just tried to throw the snowball to bounce I was arguing with, but I didn't know all that extra shit was going to happen.
Oh, was it like a big bouncer that he pressed assault charges?
He looked like Steve Wilco.
And did you call him gay for pressing assault charges over a snowball? Wait, you can't handle a snowball?
Well, actually, now I can contact him. It's been 5 years. I can call him.
Vegan?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you.
That's not how this conversation.
Did a year in jail for a snowball at a bouncer.
Yeah, but I ended up doing 2 years because they gave me a year for the gun and a year for the snowball.
Oh, you had a gun on you when you threw the
No.
snowball.
The gun was, I was out on bail for the gun charge. Not on bail. I had a grace period. So I got sentenced to a year for it. And the guy's like, all right, go home, spend time with your family, and come back to get sentenced. So I'm like, all right, perfect. I can go out, see my daughter, come back in with the mother
Go to the
load.
club, throw some
Yeah.
snowballs,
Fuck,
make
yeah.
a weekend out of it.
Yeah. So we went out for my brother's birthday. I get into the argument. I throw the snowball, and then I had to go into my probation hearing from jail. So he's like, "Didn't I tell you not to come back?" So he instead of running the 2 years, the two charges together, he ran them consecutive instead of concurrent. So he's just like, "All right, fuck you."
That sucks.
Yeah.
Monthly Knife Club is a subscription box for guys and gals, theys, thems, who's its, what's its, you know what it is, who like knives, the outdoors, and everyday carry gear. Every month they send you a new name brand knife on autopilot, all right? They recently updated the Ultimate Knife and Gear boxes. Now the knife of the month included in the Ultimate plan will oftentimes have a value equal to or greater than the entire cost of the box. Can you believe it? They've also added name brand automatic knives, little
Flicky
like a fake. It's a fake switchblade. It's a Canal Street switchblade
call
from
them
makers
flickies.
such as Hogue, Sig Sauer, Kershaw, ProTech, and many more. There are many, many tiers of name brand knives at EDC, starting at only $25. Save 10% on your first month with the coupon code GAS. That's GAS, which stands for gay ass swords. That's what a knife is.
Gay ass schlongs.
Gay ass slongs.
Giant ass schlongs.
Back to the show.
Peace.
Do you
Yeah,
feel
talk
like
about
are you happy you went to jail? Do you feel like if you didn't go to jail, your life would be worse?
I mean, with that charge? Oh, you mean ever?
Just
like
ever,
never,
like,
ever?
Yeah.
Oh, probably, yeah. Or I don't know, because I probably would have just been a drug addict who probably would have overdosed. I don't know.
Yeah,
I noticed as a kid, I was always attracted to fuck shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like when I was little, I loved hanging around drug dealers. To the point where my mom would have to come over, and I'm like 7, 8 years old, and she's like, "Don't come to this part of the building, because that's where like the gang drug members hang." Because I just love hanging out and watching. I was attracted to that lifestyle.
Did you become the runner because you could just get the juvie, so they would keep the stuff on you and you'd make the actual deliveries? Are you showing off that you didn't wash your hands? Is that what's going on?
He listened to the new Kendrick album, and now he wants to throw up gang signs.
Got it.
I'm in the Wang Gang.
Yeah, but yeah, I was always attracted to that lifestyle since a kid. I loved that.
Yeah.
Remember that kid was like, I like doing hood rat stuff with my friends. Like that's me as a kid. I'm like, yo, if
Right,
you want
right.
to like start a fire in the staircase, or let's pick on this homeless guy. Anything stupid. Like, I
Punch
was
this
just-
Asian guy while he's not looking.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't. We wouldn't. I said,
no.
Oh, no, I never
Not
do that.
assault.
Yeah.
we wouldn't
yeah.
assault.
You and Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
What
I
do you-
mean, we used to straight up call
that
him.
being
Eating
should have
That's
did
what,
motherfucking
not like in a racist way.
Kung
Be like,
Fu
yo, we're
on
gonna go to
that.
the
Eating.
spot to eat. That's what it was just called. Everybody in the hood called it
Eating.
spot.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's go get some.
Eating.
Yeah.
Or or they'll call it
And
whatever
then-
the guy's name is.
And then
Ping.
the delivery guy would come and we would rob him. I'm
Yeah.
serious.
Dude, I still got family that live in my building where I grew up, and to this day, DoorDash will make you come.
Now
downstairs.
DoorDash robs you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's true. They're coming back now.
Yeah. Thanks, Derek.
Our turn.
Yeah, dude, we would beat the shit out of the guy, take the food, and then take whatever money he had on him also.
Wow.
That's why it's funny now you see these videos of attempted robberies, like guys trying to rob. Because taxi drivers used to get robbed a lot, too.
Yeah.
So now guys try to rob Ubers, and the guy's like, dude, there's no money.
have cash.
No, I know you got something.
I saw that video. He's like, it's a digital world, bro.
Yeah.
He should have been shot for that. Right after going, it's digital, bro. Just, I don't even want your money. I'm just going to kill
Don't
you.
you have a problem if you're
me your
robbing the
phone.
delivery guy, they know what your home address is? Or you would give them a different address and wait there?
Oh, dude, yeah, just fucking, we're going to be right in front of the, whatever, these houses, that houses, whatever projects we were doing it at. But they end up getting hip to that shit. And they'd be like, come across the street. Like, I can't even do an Asian voice right now. But,
Oh, they're
yeah.
like, you come get it.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
kind of shit, yeah.
And you're like,
You
why?
come again
They're-
now. You're coming now.
You're like,
Yeah.
why?
You come
They're
to
like,
me.
you beat
No,
up
no
our-
more delivery to you.
It became a drug deal. They were like, you put down the money and walk away,
Yeah.
and we'll put down the Chinese food.
We'll put the General Soldier.
Chappelle had a bit like that where he's a pizza guy and he kicks in the door. He's like, down on everybody on the floor. All right, I'm gonna put the pizza down. He's like, slide the money over. And there better be a tip in there too.
Dude, it'd be fun like you were saying before. Like you have like a Uber driver, a guy puts a gun at him. He's like, "Give me all your money." He's like, "Oh, dude, this is nothing." And he's holding his phone with his QR code. He's like, come on.
So there's
Cash app.
a comic, Steve Yensel. Do
I know Steve.
You know Steve? Do you know
Oh yeah,
Robbie?
yeah.
Not
I
by
must
name.
forgot who
I
it
haven't
is.
seen Steve in a
So
while.
this is the thing. Steve was a taxi driver and he was savagely beaten with a metal pipe and robbed. Like fractured his skull, all that shit. And I was just thinking the other day, my friend's father did 10 years for savagely beating a taxi driver back in the day. And I'm starting to wonder if it was
Stevie.
if it was Steve. But so many taxi drivers were savagely beaten. You would just open up the paper and be like, taxi driver savagely beaten again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, that's why I wish I could do Uber instead of DoorDash, but that whole having somebody in your car,
That you don't know?
stranger, sit behind you, even if their like name is on like I have all the information. Some people don't give a fuck.
Dude, you know what's funny? I think I would make, if I was an Uber driver, I'd make my passengers
Strip?
Not strip. I would make them uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
I just start playing Hitler speeches out of nowhere. Like, yo, if you guys don't mind, I have Mein Kampf on an audiobook. I was like, yo, I have it all translated by AI. This guy makes sense. Hear this guy out.
Would he do it in the German accent?
No, but
the guy who
no, like I get an Asian person, I start putting on K-pop. I just start pandering to the people.
Well, yeah.
That would be yeah.
Yeah.
That's that.
for the
I wouldn't do that. It would just either be straight up gangster shit or it'd be like WFAN.
The Hitler
I would
thing.
get hydraulics. Bouncing with a.
There's gotta be some of those in like the West Coast.
They're
Gotta
like-
be right.
What?
Hey, could you hit the switch up?
The Hitler thing can get dicey when you get a guy like me in the back seat going, "Oh, turn it up. This is the best part."
Like, oh god.
You make him uncomfortable. You're
Yeah.
like, oh fuck.
Robbie, are you Jewish?
Yeah, I'm Jewish.
Yeah.
I just
Why'd you say it's so disappointed?
I just
Yeah.
don't like it.
Where are you from?
I'm just trying my best to blend in.
Where are you from? Jersey?
Connecticut.
Connecticut?
Yeah.
Connecticut. What
What
part
part?
of Connecticut?
Yeah.
Stanford?
Stanford. Nice.
There's some rough parts of Stanford.
Not my part.
Not your part. There's some rough parts of
Never been
Connecticut, period.
You know,
Hartford.
Bridgeport's real interesting. Bridgeport kind of, you get like the wealthiest zip codes and then Bridgeport smack in the middle of it. And then Stanford, it used to be literally the other side of the train tracks was ghetto.
Yeah.
But now
Gentrification.
they bought up every piece of that real estate and put up these nice high rises on
Who's
the
they?
water.
The Jews?
Probably. Yeah. Who else?
I used to go to Bridgeport a lot back in the day to go watch the Bridgeport Sound Tigers.
None of those towns in Connecticut sound unsafe. Like if somebody's like, yo, Patterson, New Jersey, I'm like, yeah, Patterson sounds kind of
Everything Connecticut
Yeah.
then just
Madison.
sounds like, oh, all right,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Connecticut.
I'm like Bridgeport. I'm like, oh, there's bridges and ports and there's rich
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
and
Does
little
somebody-
ice cream shops.
New Haven? Is that in?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pistol Wave in New Haven. I remember I heard a guy say
That was
that
the
while I
term?
was locked up.
What's
Yeah.
the what? Some I always
He's
see
like,
those
yo, I'm
reels.
Connecticut. I just got caught in New York. I'm like, oh, yeah, where are you from in Connecticut? And he goes, Pistol Wave in New Haven. I was like, all right.
You definitely started that. Yeah, no one says that.
Nah, every time there was like, what's it?
Pistol Wave in New Haven. That's a bar. That's a bar.
Every like
Yeah.
major city had like
Bodymore Murderland. That was
Bodymore,
Baltimore,
Murderland.
Kick you in the Shinneapolis, Minneapolis. It's like,
do or die, Bed-Stuy. Yeah.
No, that we got to give John. He said, "Kick you in the Shinneapolis, Minneapolis." That's great.
What button did you click?
Vegan.
Perfect. You got bars. You got bars.
Thank
kid.
you,
That's
thank you.
my favorite.
You can't overuse it. You know, you just got to keep it at one WN.
I've abandoned my child!
I want to
That's
delete that
only
one.
funny. No, that's
I wanna
only
delete it.
funny
I
when you
like
bring
that
your
one.
daughter up. That's it.
Dude, I tried to make a joke at the Hulu. Oh, so I guess we didn't say it on air. I went to this party at the Stand last night
Right.
because they had Hulu is owned by Disney, and they're getting a bunch of stand-up comedians on the
I
platform.
realize that I now have.
Wait, you performed on the show?
There's
No,
show.
I was just there. It was just a party, and I went, and there's like a bunch of Disney people there, and I show up, and I forget that like industry people are very much
Gay?
suit. Yeah, they're like yeah, but they're also just like in suits and like they're not laughing at stuff that I would laugh at because I don't care about anything. And
Yeah.
I was in the bathroom, and there's like at the stand there's like a stall, but it's a door. Like you have to go, and it's like its own room.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say I was in the
toilet.
bathroom, and
Yeah,
some guy
the
was like, "Do you want to have a special on Hulu?"
And I'm like, I do.
Damn.
Oh God, it looks so big.
You're trying to piss. You can't piss. He starts kissing you on your neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 30 you get a 30-minute special for the hand, an hour for the mouth. Which one do you want?
I'm like,
Hour for the ass.
what about like 20
30
minutes?
for the
Can I
mouth.
just like touch it or yeah?
He's like, I will give you a 10-minute set for a hand job.
Well, okay, so there's the bathroom and then there's the urinals and then the stall, and the light's off in there. It's its own room, completely dark in there, but there's people at the urinal, so I went in and I locked the door and I was like, it's pitch black. So I just started peeing and like hoping it went in. And then but then I
Peeing
hear
by sound, right?
yeah. I went, echoing from the toilet. But then I hear out there Pete, the bouncer at the stand.
Big Pete.
He goes in, and there's a guy at the urinal, and he was like a Disney executive, like old guy. And I heard him say that to Pete, and he was like, yeah. What do you do? He's like, oh yeah, I work at Disney. And Pete was like, oh okay. And then Pete like made a joke about him being old. He was like, age before beauty, so he could use the toilet. And the guy didn't laugh at that. And then I came out, and then I was like, I couldn't see the toilet, so I was just hoping my pee went in. No laugh.
Nothing?
I mean, nothing. And I thought,
Not even Peter?
no, Pete felt like he wanted to put, because his joke didn't land, so he wanted to put it on me, and he goes, yeah, this kid's like 20. And I was like, dude,
Just shit all over
I
it.
hate Disney.
Yeah.
You should have tried singing it for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should have gone in, who books Moana?
Yo,
I want to get in Moana.
I was peeing in the dark,
Dude,
I was hoping the stream.
and I peed all over the floor, but I guess I want to do it more. I don't know.
My stream flowed.
I'm not meant for industry because I'm like, if I'm at that party, at one point in the night, I'm going to ask somebody, I'm like, did you know any of the 27 people that got caught with child?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I'm like, did they leave some people off that list?
They definitely knew them.
Anybody that was protected.
Right.
I'd get in, I'm like, yo, so what's up?
Yeah.
And then it's over.
Bro, it doesn't matter where we go, everybody's into some bad shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always feel like I got this moral high ground, but I'm really full of shit. You know what I'm
This
saying?
is just my ADD.
I watch a lot
Well,
of
yeah,
porn.
you live in America.
Yeah.
Walt Disney, they
You can't
froze him,
have
right?
a moral high ground
That's,
in America.
you know they said they froze his head?
Wait, hold on a second. Wait, this is good. This is good. You can't have a moral high ground if you live in America?
yeah.
All right, fucking elaborate. I like that.
I mean, dude, it's like we take so much from every country. People are dying because of our weapons. I mean, dude, you can't act like you're a good person here. You can be nice to people, but you can't be.
Do you think that's on us as a society, though? Or do you think that's on our leaders?
I mean, it's like, why would you? Like, you only live one life. You don't want to spend it doing something you don't want to do, I guess.
Like
but.
being like, hey, guys, stop doing that.
Yeah, like, because no one's going to listen, you
Right.
know? But you can't. I mean, morals in America are very.
Are you proud to be American?
I'm not proud to be anything. I'm just like, I'm happy I'm here, though.
Change that flag to the stars and bars, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
What flag
And
is
put
that?
General
That's
Patton.
Puerto
Put the one
Rican
with
and the
General
Puerto Rican
Patton
flag,
in
yeah.
front of it.
Yeah.
I want the General Patton standing in front of
Oh,
the
glory,
American
not
flag.
stars and bars. That's the Confederate flag.
We'll poke them in the belly.
See, I'm proud, but I'm proud to be American. I mean, I don't think we would be able to do what we're doing anywhere else, you know, like the way we're doing it.
Well, I just think that's kind of retarded to be proud.
Really?
Because you were just
Of anything, period?
I mean, of a country that you were born in.
It's that whole
I'm
George
proud that my
Carlin
mama
thing,
had
yeah.
me here.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
that,
you didn't do anything.
That George Carlin bit when he goes like,
that's like saying I'm proud to
yeah,
be
like
white.
you
were just
why are you taking
born-
pride in something that like
You had
no
nothing to do
control
with,
over?
yeah.
Just like you could be happy, you could be, you know.
You make a good point.
I'm glad I'm here because if I was anywhere else, I feel like I wouldn't like it.
Because when I was younger, I'd be like, oh, thank God I was born in New York and not like motherfucking Minneapolis, Minnesota. You know what I mean? But I had nothing to do with that. Just so happened to be.
And now New York like sucks.
Oh, dude, it's the worst.
It's like I thought it was gonna be cool when I came here, and it was for like a few minutes, and then it was just I think I kind of ended it.
Really?
Yeah. Now there's just like
You ended the coolness here?
I think so. People like me, just moving here.
Yeah.
I'll take blame in that. I don't care.
I don't know. I think John is all right. I don't think there's so many other people I wish would move back to where they were from, other than you. You agree with that?
I don't know. I'm just still thinking about Walt Disney being frozen. That's fine.
we didn't even talk about that.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna.
Oh, we're gonna.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, you started talking about.
Go ahead.
I mean, it's good to have a serious conversation every now and again here.
No, it's never good.
Yeah, it is. This isn't a comedy podcast.
It was better than the lackluster riffs that happened on this podcast.
Oh,
You guys just beat the shit out of me.
We should. No, we should. Freeze. Put you in cryo freeze.
Dude, if I fucking get up from here too fast, I'll fucking tear hamstrings. I'm not fucking going anywhere. I'm not fighting anybody.
I know you poop. You gotta like put stuff back in that fell out.
Dude, it took me 5 minutes to brace to get up off the toilet just now.
Wow.
Yeah, my feet hurt so bad. But go ahead anyway. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Is it healing though? Are you getting better or is it just?
Yeah, no. The injuries are healing. I just, I've had broken bones in my foot. Fucking tore some shit in my knee, my hamstring, my left hip. Like it's all just, it hurts.
Yeah.
They're all old injuries. That's just,
What if you just took a year off from like being angry?
I would just get fat.
Out of, I mean.
Yeah.
He'd have an aneurysm if he stopped being angry.
Yeah.
It'll build up and
Yeah.
then he'll just fucking short circuit on stage one day.
I'm way less angry. I was even talking about this yesterday. Part of the
you
thing
definitely are.
people liked on the podcast was when I would freak out. I don't.
No, yeah, it's good for entertainment.
I don't freak out anymore.
Well, because I've been nice to you.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
I haven't pushed your buttons in a while.
No,
I haven't
you
pushed
push
your
buttons
buttons
all the
either.
time.
Yeah, Jorge usually will push your buttons.
The fuck is you gonna do, little bitch?
Jorge.
I literally watched Jorge
Little-
refuse to push buttons.
Little Dodger fan ass motherfucker. You can tell, he's got the Dodger sweatshirt on, and it's a size too small, so you can see his belly when he stands up. That's imperfect.
Yeah, I didn't realize you were that chunky, Jorge.
Well, doesn't he you would like paint your nails too? It's like kind of a fashion statement.
Yeah, everybody's doing that now.
Fucking
Yeah.
Kike Hernandez Jr. over there. That's what we're working with.
Sexy
Don't ever
Jorge.
call me Puerto
And you got
Rican.
a
That's
fucking
fucked up.
hat you got out of a gumball machine.
No,
You
dude,
were-
this
you were-
hat is fire. First of all, this is a Negro League hat.
Let me see.
Is it actually?
It's a white face.
Well,
Was it like?
it wasn't a Negro League team. They were what you would consider. They were a traveling Negro barnstorming team, and I could say that because
They
that's
went
what it's
into a
called.
town and had sex with all the women.
Yeah. They'd go fuck all the white women. They'd beat everybody's ass and send fast pitch softball and then fuck all the girls. That's what they would do.
What's a barnstorming team?
Barnstormers were traveling teams that would come to your town to play your team.
they used to play the.
Jesus Christ.
That'd be a dope name. You name them after that and just go around and fuck white women. Just whistle at white women.
That team should be called
I'm
like
looking at the time that was set at. 32 minutes. No, it's the Sioux City Ghosts, which in Sioux City would have been in Dakota, right? North Dakota.
No, that's South
Mississippi.
Dakota.
Isn't that Mississippi?
You dick bag.
Oh, my bad. No, anything with the Sioux, the Indians, is Dakotas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so South Dakota.
We got a lot of natives there.
That's one of those square
Native
states that
Americans.
you live in, right?
Yeah, your
It's
parents.
a rectangle, sort of. Yeah,
Your
it's
parents'
like
house is on an Indian burial ground, isn't it?
that house, that plot of land. We actually, but it's okay.
32 minutes, baby.
Yeah, cut that out. Yeah, anywhere from like 30. Honestly, the beginning two's got to go. I think we got when Geo was on the ground, like, what does this work? Any part where Geo's butt crack was out. Derek got up to take a shit like after.
Yeah, but if you gotta go, you gotta go.
Oh, I got a theory. I don't think Native Americans exist. Indigenous people.
Well, they don't anymore.
Well, no, I don't think they ever did. I feel like they were
Explain.
just Mexicans in different garbs. That's what they were. If you look at every Native
The funniest part about that is you said garbs.
Garbs.
That's the funniest part.
Did I use it right?
Yeah. That's the funniest part.
Sometimes my brain kicks in and it works right.
I try to write a joke about robbing people for their garments when I was
Garments?
Yeah, a couple years ago. And garment was I thought was the
So
funny
take off
part.
your trousers.
Yeah, shit like that. Please relieve yourself of your fedora, kind sir.
Wait, so I want to hear this Native Americans don't exist theory.
Geo unplugged his headphones.
No, go ahead. Keep going.
Do Native Americans and then go back to Disney. Let's. Are you fucking serious? I don't care. This is a good episode.
Watch,
this
he's
is
gonna
the
knock
most
over
fun
the
I've
water.
had.
You're
on
gonna
an
knock over
episode.
the water while you're here.
Oh, you saw. I almost saw that too. All right, we'll go.
I want to hear more about
This
this
Native American thing.
this Native American theory.
Because everything
'cause-
was together at one time, right?
Yeah. So if you look like
Pangea.
I met I've been to like
Pangea.
3 different Indian reservations. One in upstate New York and 2 one in Long Island.
And them motherfuckers look like Mexicans.
Every single one of them, bro. I was in the supermarket. I'm like, damn, that's a bad Mexican bitch. And then I saw her name, and I'm like, oh no.
What was her name? Like
Weeping
fucking.
Willow.
Yeah, it was Queefing Willow. She was the most beautiful girl I've ever seen.
Cooks
in my life.
with seasoning.
Yeah, and it was like when you go to like Chinatown or you go to like what's Jewtown? Williamsburg. It's like where everything is their business.
Everything
That's what
is
it was.
Jewtown, baby.
Everything was Native American businesses and stuff, like Native American supermarkets and shit like that in upstate New York. And I want to go back to that supermarket to see if that girl still works there. Probably doesn't.
She was
She's too
bad?
hot. Gorgeous.
Was she like Navajo?
Gorgeous. I hope she was some type
Where
of.
where were you? What state were you in?
It was New York, upstate
Oh.
New York. It was the St. Regis.
It could be like every other
Indian
business
reservation.
where by the time you got there, they just had
Her
Mexican
daughter's there.
workers.
No, South and North
Just
Dakota, it's like
Indians.
a lot of reservations.
So which ones do they have there?
Most of the homeless people are Native Americans in North Dakota.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, they've been homeless
I mean,
for
they're living
Yo.
off the earth 200
Yeah,
years.
I guess.
They're
Shots
authentic
fired,
Native
John.
Americans.
No, I'm just saying. I don't want it to be that way. I'm just saying what it is.
Right.
That's all you can do in America. You can't
Yeah.
say, I'm not.
Thank you for
I wish
your
they weren't.
explanation, white man.
Yeah.
This white man speaks of buying land.
The fire
It's
water.
unheard of.
Well, I know a Native American who's got his shit together. Franklin Miller. He's Native American.
Who's that?
He's a comic.
Hey, he was on the softball team.
He was on the softball team. He used to be a scout for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Oh, I thought he meant like a scout for like the Apache. Or some shit. This guy was a fucking scalped a few people back in the day.
Oh, Geo Perez.
So
I was gonna
you
do
were at
gunshots.
one Native American reservation, and they looked Mexican to you.
Two.
Two. And you're like,
the one in
well,
Long Island was more mixed because they had like half breeds and shit like that. But in the one up there, everybody in that town, because it was like on the border of New York and Canada. Like they're right where like they're not Canadian and they're not American land, so they're just a sovereign little state. And they would just, damn, I shouldn't have. Can we bleep out the name of the reservation?
No.
No, because I was about to say, because they basically bring weed in from Canada
Yeah.
and then tobacco in from U.S.
I used to pick up weed from the Native Americans all the time in fucking
Amazing
Oneonta.
weed, by the way. Some of the
Oneonta.
best
Yeah, it was
weed
Northern
I had.
Lights.
Like
It
I
was
smoked
good.
in the van with them, and I started having a panic attack. Like I thought they were gonna like kill us and leave us in the river and shit. And then
Yeah, I used to make jokes all the time. I'd be like, yo, if I don't pay you back on time, are you going to scout me? Shit like-
when I was in high
I was like,
school-
yo, I don't got money, but I bought these blankets for you guys.
When I was in high school,
Damn, that
Washington
shoulda
Heights
hit
had the best
harder.
weed.
That was good.
That's
My
terrible.
bad, Robbie.
Right.
No, so
I
when
wish
I
I
was in
could
high
take that
school, Washington Heights had the best weed.
Oh, yeah.
I used to live up there, home of the haze.
the
They weren't
haze,
lying.
it would come in a jar.
That shit
Yeah.
is
Or
extinct
the
now.
little dime bags.
Yeah.
What happens to that purple haze? That weed was so good.
That was Branson, wasn't it?
So it was a guy in Miami, and it's like somebody gave me the history of it. It was swamp weed, basically. That's
Okay.
why it was so fucking good.
And that's why it had that skunky
Yeah.
type like smell to it.
And it was smooth to smoke. It was mad smooth.
Fertilized by the
But-
skunk ape.
Real purpley.
So that guy, had like the purple hairs and shit.
Yeah,
Dark
very
green,
purple, yep.
brown, soft.
And it was like sticky. It had the sticky. It was like wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you would have to rip the butt apart.
You could
Yeah.
throw it on the wall and it might stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it right in between your butt cheeks.
Oh,
the cops come.
That sounds scrumptious.
Yeah, but this guy created the strand by I guess he found it and then recreated it.
Because it was a hydro. It was grown in that water.
Yeah. So I guess I don't know if he stopped or something happened and he didn't tell nobody how to grow it, so it just disappeared. But growers have like recreated it, and I smoked it. That guy, you know,
Swamp weed's a good brand name.
Swamp weed, yeah.
Yeah. That's what but it would sound like trash. We're like, oh, that's that swamp weed.
Yeah.
But it was the best shit
There's a
ever.
way to market it.
Yeah. The swamp. Cleaning up the swamp weed. Put Trump on it.
There you go.
We're clearing out the swamp.
Almost,
But-
baby. We got fucking month and a half.
Yeah. So when does he get it?
January 20th. I will be there.
I thought it was.
You're going?
I'm going.
Maybe
I'm
I'll
going.
go with
Yeah,
you.
I'm going.
You know what?
Yeah.
We can't go into any buildings though.
A bunch of us should go together. We should get a fucking
I'm
van
down
and go.
I'm dead ass.
Yeah.
If comics go to that shit, I'm down to
Yeah,
go. Because I've never been to an inauguration.
Yeah, I mean,
And I'm
we're
pretty
not going
sure
to get
they don't-
anywhere near the inauguration.
Or you gotta dress like a doorman so that if you end up inside of a building.
Yeah, I'm gonna dress like every Secret Service guy.
I think I'm going to go straight to take one look at you. You look like the fucking Dominican guy fucking in the Matrix or some shit.
They're like looking like damn, they keep getting worse and worse.
What was the bad guy's name in the Matrix?
Agent
Mr.
Smith.
Anderson.
Agent Smith. Agent
Oh
Smith.
no, yeah,
Anderson
Agent
was
Smith.
Neo. Agent
Yeah,
Smith.
good
And
point.
he would be like Agent Santos if you dressed like that with the fucking.
Mr. Perez.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get the Viking helmet. I'm gonna get some animal skins.
He's like doing that thing, but you're throwing a snowball at him.
Yeah, every
See,
time-
even John knows your fucking snowball joke.
He's
No, I just told the
he
story
told
right
it-
now,
But
you
I do know the
idiot.
joke.
Yeah,
I
thank
do.
You
know
told the
joke.
snowball story while I was in the
Well,
toilet.
because he asked what I went to jail
Oh
for.
my
I didn't-
god!
I gave him the short end of it. I
Oh,
know.
hey, you let that happen?
Who cares? It's a very fucking unique story.
No, it is a great
very
story.
unique. But so one
And
time,
then I
one time
threw
was
the
getting
snowball,
arrested.
and it bounced off of this, and then bounced off of that, and then hit that.
And it was like a
like-
Rube Goldberg machine. It was like it hit a domino.
Did you tell me to
got-
use that tag? Was
you
that
got
you that
that-
said I should use
Did
that?
I say that?
Yeah, I think somebody told me to
You
use
had the
that.
Happy
Maybe I did.
Gilmore of police arrest.
John
It
always
hit a boot on a stick that
Yeah.
kicked a soccer ball.
Yeah.
Some Final Destination shit.
And then a
that's
bitch
funny.
came out out of nowhere, bounced off her head, fucked her shit up.
You know, what, just do my bit now so I can never do it
Well, you
again.
know what's funny is John will if he gets a chance to listen to you, he'll listen to you perform. He'll tell you what he likes, and then he'll tell you things you could do to tag it up. But it's never in your voice, which makes sense. It's always in
Sometimes it has to be a white person. I think I'm giving the tag to.
Yeah.
because everyone that isn't white never uses my tags.
They're like,
But when white people use them, they usually do well.
what'd you say, goofy ass motherfucker?
Yeah. Like, sorry, Derek.
What the fuck is this combobulating?
Yeah.
Hey Godfrey,
Hey, Godfrey, what if you said white people be like this? I start tap dancing in front of him.
You're smearing shoe polish on your face.
Yeah.
All right, hear me out. Hear me out.
I'm trying to do it in your voice, man.
But you just end up doing Steve Harvey. You think that's awesome?
oh, I would pay to watch that.
Let me help you visualize this.
Godfrey, he was talking to me after I got off stage one time. He's like, "Yo, man, I like what you do, but he's like, you can't kill Nick Cannon in your joke and then just get off stage." And I was like, "Why? Why can't I do that?" He's like,
Because you a white man.
basically,
And white man should not be.
he's like, "You can't just kill him. That ain't." You
Don't
can't
let
say,
no white comedian say anything about no black women. That's law.
You can't just kill him and be like, "All right, thank you, good night." Like, you can't get off stage like that. And then he gave me some tags, and like he would have definitely ripped with them, but I tried him a couple times and no.
I said, Godfrey, I can't say N-word on stage.
Yeah.
There's this behind the paywall.
Sometimes other people's tags don't work just because you don't really want to do them.
Yeah.
They're not yours. You know
can
what I mean?
judge people based on. I know if I'm gonna like someone if they listen to the tag I give and go, oh.
Right.
Even if they don't use it, just if they listen. But then there's people where I'll say it and I'll be like, oh, I wouldn't be friends with you anyway. So I just won't even talk to you. Like, it's like if someone gives me a tag, I'm at least like, all right, yeah, let me think. But
I mean,
because
so
it's
I
like
had
we're all doing this.
Yeah.
You know, why
I-
not just?
I had somebody give me a tag recently, and it kills harder than what I used to say.
And doesn't bother you?
Yes,
Every time.
Because
Really? Why?
I know it wasn't me that came up with
That
it.
wouldn't bother me at all.
I have too much ego.
Well, when you write, when you,
Well, yeah, we know it doesn't bother you.
I mean, no, your friends help you come up with stuff.
No, I know they
I mean-
do, but I like to know that I came up with that. You know what I mean? Like, it's like where the whole thing with Kendrick and Drake.
There's
I've been trying to talk about this.
Yeah. You're
There's-
one of those guys.
Where you look at a Drake song and you go down to the writing credits and there's like 8 people, but then you go to the Kendrick song and it's just him. So that I respect that way more because I'm like, and Eminem said that shit about him. He was just like, I'd leave him. He's like, I put him in the studio and I separated him from all his boys to make sure they weren't feeding him lines.
So just for some of us
said that.
less cultured, would you mind defining what a Kendrick is?
All right,
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, so do you?
He's a little angry black guy from L.A.
Is he little?
He's a little guy.
Very small.
Okay.
Size 7 shoe, according to Drake.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's getting sued right now.
No, he's suing.
But
Yes, he is getting sued.
Drake,
by
after so they had Drake, the rapper Drake, had a beef with Kendrick Lamar, and it kind of ruined.
Drake's the white Jewish Canadian guy who pretends to be a thug.
Yes, who says the N-word. And even though Kendrick told him to stop, he still says it. And he's suing. So after that beef, everybody just calls him a pedophile.
Which one, Drake?
They call Drake a pedophile.
Yeah, because he was DMing with the chick from Stranger Things when she was still underage.
Millie, Billy, Bobby Brown.
Imagine like
That means
everyone in the
developing
world.
a farm system.
Yeah, I mean, it was red jacket.
Yeah, it's very
Dalia-like.
Dalia-like.
That's gotta suck.
Red shirting.
for-
Red shirting.
That's gotta suck for everyone in the world to be dancing to a song calling you a pedophile.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of kids in school.
Well, dude, he's going to perform it at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, Kendrick's
going
gonna
to perform it. He's going to be like, they not like us. They not like us.
He has to do that song.
Yeah, you can't not do that song at the Super Bowl.
Wow.
It's one of
Now-
the bigger songs of the year.
Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
biggest song. Of
It was in my
the
top
year.
5 on my Spotify Wrapped.
Oh, yeah. And now he has the #1 album, and Drake is kind of falling off. And every time there's a post about him, it's under the A minor.
Yeah.
Did Drake have any good burns back? Or once you play the pedophile card, you kind of nuked?
It was over after the
Yeah.
pedophile because then he tried to defend himself.
Well, then he also,
Yeah.
one of his boys was found guilty of human trafficking, which is a dude who I kind of liked his music, Baka Not Nice. When human trafficking isn't like pedophilia.
I mean, but she was 16.
Was she really?
She was a minor.
The guy, the chick that Baka
Yeah.
human trafficked?
Baka got a weird case. Why is he around?
Right.
Certified lover boy, certified pedophile.
Wop, 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 wop. That's to all my Italians.
And now Drake has to watch a stadium full of white people say that out loud.
Wop, 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 wop.
Me giving Kendrick a tag. for
Dude,
the
I
song.
knew that song had gotten so big once Anthony Rizzo came to the plate in Yankee Stadium has his walk-up music. This is the part where it goes wop, 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 wop. I was like, Jesus Christ, this shit is fucking huge.
Well, I knew
big.
it was big when somebody came out and said that it was an anti-Semitic song, saying that he was aiming that towards a half-Jewish rapper, saying they not like us, saying that you guys, Jewish people, are not like everybody else.
Oh, that's right, because he's a Hebrew Israelite. He's a black Israelite. Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, wow, that's kind of deep.
I mean, bro, that shit is crazy. All them Hebrew Israelite motherfuckers are out of their fucking mind. Whack the fuck out.
Wait, he's
Hebrew Israelite, yes.
I don't know.
makes it
I
more
went to
interesting.
Bible school, and it's one of the fundamental tenets of standing on street corners and screaming at strangers. So
Yeah.
that's
Looking
really
like
the
a-
only way to actually observe the Bible in its pure form.
While looking like the Black Power
But the
Rangers.
funny thing to me is that
And just us like the white Hebrews, we don't have the balls to actually do God's word and get on street corners and yell at strangers.
But this is also, whenever they challenge a Jewish person, they're reading from the New Testament, which is a book we do not read from.
I remember in high school, I used to wear a yarmulke, and they used to
Oh,
start,
you were Orthodox?
Yeah. And so I only had one interaction with them where there was like starting shit. Like, yo, Jew boy, why did, and like they're yelling whatever. And I'm like, all right, just go be Jewish. And they were like, well, why you? I was like, I don't know. My parents told me I'm Jewish, so I'm doing it, but you guys can do it too. I don't really care. And they were just like getting so mad. They're like, well, it says here, whatever. I was like, well, what translation was that? I'm like, all right, go be Jewish. Enjoy it. I don't care. Yeah.
You can have it.
Yeah, I had once though. I was in Seattle, and every time I see them, I like to listen in. And
There's Hebrew Israelites in Seattle?
there were some Hebrew Israelites in Seattle, and they're doing their whole charade on the street corner, and they were yelling at some black lady that pants are the clothes of the oppressor.
Wait, what?
And I was like, well, I have to listen to this.
Oh, they wanted a skirt on her. They said,
Yeah.
bitch, put a skirt on.
Yeah.
Show us that thing.
Yeah, they were like, pants,
It says it here in the Bible. Make that
Pants?
thing shake.
pants are the
Let that coochie breathe.
pants are
Hands
the,
on your knees.
and this lady was actually willing to listen, and so then it's always funny when they can't yell anymore.
Was it Kamala in a pantsuit?
And so then it just turned into pitching, hey, we get together at this place if you ever want to come to one of our meetings.
Yeah.
I'm sure she got gang raped.
Let
I
us,
just
yeah,
assumed
let
that's
us
what
long
happened
dick you
next.
down. We're going to long dick you, girl.
Black scene.
Bro, that's crazy.
She's
It
getting
says
carried
right
over.
here in Corinthians.
That the
It says right here in this book, I can't read that good.
It says right here that the white woman shall worship the black serpent,
Yeah.
meaning you should swallow my cock, bitch.
Yeah, the black serpent. That's true. You seem very uncomfortable, John.
I'm not uncomfortable. I feel great.
Do black Israelites make you nervous?
Have you ever seen him? You've seen him in Brooklyn, I'm sure.
Yeah, no one really makes me nervous.
Yo, you know what you should do one day, right?
He's like, do you know how many people I've killed and hung in my basement? Do you not see the serial killer vibes that I put off? You're not going to make me uncomfortable.
Yeah, you do have a serial killer smile, bro.
I'll find your mom and skin her.
You smile too much. It makes me nervous.
Do you act at all?
Sometimes. Yeah.
Act like a bitch.
He dead. No coming back.
Shots.
No coming back from that.
one.
As we speak right now, John is
you know
losing
what?
all his followers on
You know
Instagram.
what we should
He's just
do?
going brrrr.
Bro, we should
All
get
9 of them.
We should get 5 of like the darkest black women we can find, right? And then just
Sydney
walk
Washington.
Past, yes, Sydney
Onika.
Washington, Dulce Sloan, whoever you want, right? And then we just walk by those black Israelites holding hands and shit.
Yeah.
and just film their reaction.
Bro, you'd probably be good.
And then you just space it out. Nah, because
If Jonathan was holding hands,
he'd get it.
If Kennedy was holding
all
hands
three
with
guys.
Sydney Washington, could you imagine that? At least me, I think they'd see me and be like,
Robbie Bernstein with Dulce Salon.
I
A fit white dude with a slobby black girl.
I'll wear like the tzitzit and say I converted her to real Judaism. she was doing the black Israelite thing, and I was like, let me bring you into the actual mix.
Dude, yeah, and both of you got to get the yarmulkes on. That would be so fucking.
I wonder if they got them in Canada and shit.
The black Israelites?
Yeah.
Because I think they're in Europe too.
I think anywhere there's a busy street corner. They're just the call to it. It's their natural habitat.
Anywhere they sell gypsy clothing, they're there.
Yo, where we were at, what was the name of the city you live in again?
Fargo.
There were some rough
Is that
spots
the
over
town
there.
where the show is based off of?
I mean, I think so. They didn't film it there though.
I mean, obviously they never shoot it at the actual.
I mean,
place
we
because
were-
it's usually based
That
off of it.
original
We were like
movie.
in a city, weren't we? Small urban area.
Yeah. It's like a big city, Fargo.
Yeah. And but Fargo the movie, wasn't there like a dude getting chopped up in the woods and shit?
That's the end.
I haven't seen the movie.
I didn't-
It's a great movie. The original
Yeah.
Fargo movie from the Coen brothers. Great film if you've never seen it.
Yeah, I
But-
watched it when I was younger. I have to rewatch.
We
that.
went to
I've
one of
never
them
been
like
to-
24-hour
Argo was good,
liquor
too.
stores.
Different movie, but
And it
Argo?
was pretty gangster. It was rough.
Yeah.
Where
rough.
out by you?
Yeah, bro, and we were with Leo
Like
too.
cornfield gangsters and shit like that.
No.
No, it's like a
There's
diverse
There's
place.
some African people that is there a big Somalian.
There's a big
Or is it
like
Ethiopian?
seeking asylum thing there.
Yeah.
So like a lot of immigrants come here when they
Go there.
they go there, and my soccer team, I was like one of the only white guys on the team in high school.
For real?
Yeah, a bunch of Sudanese guys and
Oh, Sudan.
Yeah.
Could you imagine coming from the Sudan to fucking Fargo, North Dakota?
Dude, every time I think about like those.
Oh
towns,
no!
Yeah.
No!
Dude, there were kids on my
cold.
team whose parents were like they were like literal child soldiers, and their parents were murdered.
That's
And then they
awesome.
came here, and I played soccer with
Do
them.
they? Does the U.S. government send them there because there's nothing to steal?
Oh my God!
They're like, yo, half the corn went missing. That was
I thought you said Napoleon was going to be here. I was like,
you can be racist, John. It's safe. Don't worry. There's a
thanks.
safe space to be racist. Nobody's gonna ruin
worry, John.
your connects in Hulu.
52 minutes.
You ruined it yourself in the bathroom.
You're telling that story all wrong. You got to tell people you had a meeting with the Disney executive.
I was just in Atlanta. Dude,
It's
I actually
far
have
from
kind of a
Disney.
funny story about Atlanta because we did these shows and then afterwards,
John has a Puerto Rican girlfriend. For those of you that
Yes.
don't know,
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yes. Yo, John is living the fucking dream. For a white guy to come move to New York and get a Puerto Rican girlfriend is pretty. That's like a big thing. That's
yeah, I'm
pretty-
like the coolest guy from North Dakota.
Ooh, I get to slurp 'em up.
Where did you get that from?
I don't know.
Another podcast?
You know what I like about Napoleon? Napoleon would just listen to my story. He'd be like, "All right," and then what happened? Oh, nice. Instead, I got people that are fucking me up. This is actually a crazy story. I was going and we played pool. I was just playing pool the whole time because I'm like, I'm a taken man. I'm not gonna do anything, you know. So I was like shooting pool, and I was playing with these 3 black dudes, and they were really fun and cool. And I was like, you said I smile. I was laughing, having a good time, like shooting. And then this Dominican guy with a beard. It's like a ghetto dude. It was rough in there. Yeah. And this dude came up and he.
You can say black. You don't have to say.
No. He was a Dominican guy, and he came up.
Black.
And and I started playing with him, and he was doing this thing where he would just like get to the table and just like shoot the ball really fast. Mm-hmm. And I was laughing at that because I'm like, why is he just going like as fast as he can?
Did he get mad that you laughed at him?
I was like laughing. I was like, bro, you're going too fast. He was like, yeah, whatever. And then we like played, and then he beat me, and I was like laughing. I was like, hey, good game, man. And then he was like, you're smiling too much. and then I was like, all right.
That made you nervous, though, didn't it?
Yeah, I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah. He probably thought you were like hitting on him or
sorry
some shit.
or
He
whatever.
probably thought you were being like flirty.
Well, here's the thing. No, he didn't think I was flirting because I was like, but I was like, because he saw my phone background because I pulled it out. Al is my phone background, and I was just like, all right, sorry. Like I'm. What am I gonna do? You don't want to have fun. I don't care. Like you're this guy. You're like a tough guy. And then at the end of the night, once he saw that I wasn't like a dick, he started to laugh, and I was like, oh, now it's fun to have fun. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not fun to have fun when you don't want to have fun, but now you want to come over here and like be like, haha. Dude, I hate that shit so much.
Yeah, no, there's I've been around guys like that fucking, especially when you get locked up, there's this dudes who like will refuse to smile about anything. And I've had the best place to laugh is when you're in jail. Would you not agree?
The funniest people I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
And I'm around some of the funny, like I've been around some of the funniest people
in the world.
Still, the funniest people I've met were in jail because these guys were on 24/7. Never had a serious moment. They'll make the guards laugh. They'll make all the inmates laugh. Funniest people. And if you could be funny in that situation, you're definitely funny. And old and black. They're all always old black guys. There was one old white guy that was hilarious. And what made him funnier is he was missing all 4 of his front teeth. So anything he said is automatically funnier.
We had a guy like that. We called him Dracula.
The Walrus.
That's what we call him Dracula, yeah.
Gumby.
He was missing these 4, and then he had those 2 were pronounced.
Because he was biting necks in there.
Yeah, I mean, that guy, he had a store. So when you have a store in jail, it means that, like, you...
It means you have to pay taxes to the government.
I used to have a lemonade stand in jail.
So before guys get their money, before the money hits their books, you would go to this person and be like, hey, let me get bar soap, bag of Doritos, 4 soups, and then you would have to pay them back double once you got your commissary. But it would hold you over until your money hit your books.
Right.
Yeah. But that guy, I got some Doritos and shit from him, and then he came to collect, and I was like, yeah, you ain't getting shit, old timer, yeah. And then everyone was like, yo, you need to chill. He's got AIDS. He's gonna put that AIDS blood on you.
Oh, dude, it hit you with the AIDS needle?
He hit me with the AIDS needle, bro.
Yeah, I heard Suge
I got
Knight
AIDS
when he
now.
said that shit. Remember he said when he was on, I think, like Conan O'Brien, Suge
Who?
Knight. He was on some
Oh,
talk
yeah,
show.
that's right.
And he goes like, he's like, if you want, you could
He admitted to killing.
You could just get somebody who got AIDS, take some of their blood and just stab somebody with that and give them AIDS.
Yeah.
And everybody in the audience is like, he's like Easy E, and you like, oh shit,
Yeah.
this motherfucker give Easy. Well, he probably got it on his own, but
I mean, that
put
is
it in your head where you like, you never know.
that is a wild thing to say. First of all, was it Conan or was it Kimmel?
Could have been Kimmel. Kimmel.
Did they
All white
ask
people
him
like
if he ever killed anybody?
Suge Knight? I'm pretty sure he has.
I think that's what he asked him, and that's how he got to that thing. But that's a wild thing to say on late night TV that you gave Eazy-E AIDS with an AIDS needle.
Yeah, to make up the whole AIDS needle story when we know what you were doing.
Yeah, fucking him in the ass.
Yeah.
I got a big AIDS needle.
Right between my pants.
Suge Knight fell the fuck off. Do you know anything? Do you know about Suge Knight, Robbie?
No,
John
educate
Kennedy?
me.
I know everyone was like scared of him.
They were at one time. He was the head of Death Row Records. He played for the Raiders at one point.
Oh wow.
Unless he was a football
So he
player.
was like CTE.
He was huge, big.
I've seen him.
Big
I've
fucking guy.
Not to get off
I
topic,
forget
but
what college he went
this is
to.
why I believe it's weird, like where you deny not weird, but I think that
What,
fuck
he
my
just
train of
denies
thought.
his Judaism?
No. He's like, well, I'm Jewish, but I don't really claim it. And I believe you.
He doesn't
because
practice.
You don't know nothing about rap. I'm like, yeah, man, he's not Jewish.
Well, yeah, no. Suge Knight was in with the Jews.
No. I'm saying
Yeah.
that, but like Jewish kids love rap.
Yeah.
Like like the Jewish friends I had in Long Island knew more about rap than me.
What,
They would put me
what
on-
Jewish kids loved rap the most?
Is this a joke?
No,
I don't know.
the Beastie Boys.
were
They loved
Jewish.
raps. Are you kidding me?
I like the Beastie Boys. Now we're
Yeah.
talking rap.
Yeah.
Man, you want to talk about the good shit?
Yeah. The underground shit. Schmooply. You've ever heard of fucking?
I don't know, bro. Assad plays some wild shit for me. Sometimes I'm like, this shit is fucking.
That's probably
garbage.
who he's
Turn it
talking
the
about.
fuck
Say that
off.
name again.
I just made up a fake
Schmooply?
Jewish name.
Schmooply? I thought you were talking about like a.
I thought that was like a SoundCloud
Dude, that's
rapper.
so funny that I just made up a name and it could have been a rapper.
Yeah,
Schmooply.
Lil Schmooply.
Yeah, he was.
YNS Schmooply. I don't even know what the fuck this shit means.
Oh, what was that? Remember Jew on a canoe?
Jew on a canoe.
Jew on a canoe.
Yeah.
What the fuck was his last name? Something kosher. BHL kosher or something like that.
YSL.
No, it was
YSL kosher.
There's Kosher Dills.
Yeah, but he's a
I
comedian.
saw him rapping on the subway one time.
Damn, it's that bad.
I don't know.
I want to call.
Did he
I mean,
have a
kosher
cup?
does comedy. He's more of a rapper though.
yeah.
Can we pull up Jew in the Canoe? I'd love to see
Put
what
Jew
that
in
I
the
mean,
Canoe.
is.
we won't
Put
be able.
kosher,
We won't
Jew
be
in
able
the
to get money off of it if we use.
Oh,
it.
you know what? Can you stay for like a half hour to do the?
Yeah, we'll play it on the other
I'm
thing.
chilling.
Yeah. So we'll play it. We'll play it on the behind the scenes, so we don't get.
Yeah, Johnny,
get
stay for another
demonetized.
20.
Stay for
Okay.
me.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Plugs, everybody.
Yeah.
Johnny, go first.
No.
Nothing.
No, I'm not plugging anything. All right, follow me on Instagram, John Henry Kennedy.
That's it.
Where
Where are you gonna be? You're on the road a lot.
I'm gonna be in Fargo,
Nice.
December
Hometown
20th
show.
and 21st. 20th, 21st.
This month.
I
got
saw the
3 shows.
flyer. It's you and then 2 brown guys.
Yeah, those are my buddy Dave and Mark Way. Dude, I'm telling you, Fargo's diverse.
Yeah.
Like, I was the only white guy in the comedy scene. There was like 3 white guys.
Actually, you're right. When I was there, there was a whole LGBTQ thing happening too. Robbie.
This country's going down.
You'd think areas like Fargo were safe from
Yeah.
that.
No, thank God I was on Long Island, man. We were fucking immune to that bullshit.
I just put out a comedy special live from the Denver Comedy Garage. Not an actual place, thank you. Check it out on my YouTube channel, Robbie the Fire, all one word, which is also my handle on all social media. And then I'm doing San Antonio, I think December 20th or 21st, but you can find that date online.
Derek Drescher, listen to On the Gate. Use code OTG if you are not already subscribed. Are we still doing the deal, Jorge?
I think that was just for
No, that
November.
was just for November.
All right, so now you got to pay, you fucking
You guys
dumbass.
didn't do it. Did it end on Black Friday, or did you guys do a Black Friday sale?
It was an all November sale to be thankful.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was just a whole month. I don't know.
Yeah, and then my link tree for upcoming shows.
Follow me on Instagram, Geo Perez 86, and December 15th I'll be at Atlantic City Comedy Club. Come check that out. And
Long live Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
long live fuck Puerto Rico. That shit is trash. Long live Dominican Republic.
There'd be no DR if it wasn't for PR.
Ooh, come on, get him back. Get
That
him back.
doesn't. That doesn't
That's
make
it.
no
End of the
sense.
show.
I'll think of something for the next episode.